Hello, my beautiful twin flames. My name is LaChan with Power Life Hypnosis, and this is your December 7th through the 14th of 2017 love reading. And this is in particular for those who are currently in separation from their twin flames. Thank you so much for watching this reading. Thank you so much to all of those who have thumbs up and liked my videos. Thank you to all of those who have commented and shared my videos. Thank you to all of my old subscribers as well as all of my new subscribers. I appreciate the support from you all so much. I saw that I had a recent jump in subscribers, so I appreciate all of those who have recently subscribed to my channel. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can visit my website at powerlifehypnosis.com. For those of you who have an iPhone or an iPad, you can download the Instant Go app and you can message me and I'll respond to your message within 24 hours. Or you can also call me as well, and video chat is also an option. So that is on the Instant Go app. All the details are in the description box below, so please check those out. I'm also having December specials on my website, powerlifehypnosis.com, so please check those out. If you are having any kind of doubts as to whether or not this person is your twin flame, what I can first say is the best guidance, the best advice that I can give you is you know that this person is your twin flame when you have gotten some kind of sign from your higher guides, from higher guidance that this person is your twin flame. So whether if you read cards, whether if you have dreams, maybe you've had dreams about this person in a past life, I'm getting the message to say this to you guys for some reason, so I'm just gonna go with it. But this is how you know that someone is your true twin flame, for those of you who are wondering. Okay, so before I begin with the reading that I have, I want to just give some messages to you all. And this is especially to the divine feminines whose divine masculines have not come forward yet. So, divine feminines, I pulled some cards last night in order to do a reading for both the divine masculine and the divine feminine, but I didn't end up doing the reading. I suppose these messages weren't supposed to come out through that reading in that way. But I wanted to let you guys know something. If your divine masculine has not come forward yet, it is not that he does not love you. It is not that he doesn't care about you. It's that he's busy right now, divine feminines. Some divine masculines have gone back to karmic partners. Some divine masculines are going to maybe new karmic partners or something like that. However, they're going back to karmic partners, and what I saw in the cards was they are now seeing the red flags about this person, and they are saying that, okay, I thought that, maybe I will go back to this person and things will be okay, or maybe they were being stubborn and really trying to do things their own way. However, I got that many divine masculines have gone back with karmic partners, or this can even speak of a familial situation, or this can resonate in many different ways because everybody's situation is different. So many divine masculines again have gone back to that divine that karmic partner rather, or that family member, or they are going back to another person and then they're realizing, I'm seeing some red flags here. Things aren't right. I put myself back in the same position that I have been in time and time again. Okay, maybe it's time that I move forward toward my divine feminine. So I just want to give you guys that message if you're having any doubts. And this is actually a wonderful, wonderful place. And this is actually where you want your partner to be, because for those of you who are, divine feminines watching this reading, and when I say divine feminines, I want to clarify that this can be for Those of you who are male, who are the divine feminine in the connection, this is in the union. Which one of you embodies the divine feminine? Which one of you embodies the characteristics and the spirit of the divine masculine? So this is more of just energy. So this can speak of same-sex relationships. This can speak of opposite sex relationships, however, switching genders. This can be in different ways, but I'm speaking of true twin flames, divine masculines, divine feminines. So again, divine feminines, this is what's going on with a lot of your divine masculines, and this is exactly where you want him to be. You don't want to rush him. You don't want to have him come in before his time. I know that a lot of divine feminines are getting impatient. I just get the message, say a lot of divine feminines are getting impatient. And a lot of divine feminines are starting to doubt whether or not this union is going to come and whether this union is going to come about. And if your divine masculine has gone back to a divine feminine, again, this is exactly where you want him to be, because this way he is able to learn. He is able to see for himself that you are his divine counterpart, and he is able to make that decision on his own. Therefore, he will not feel as though he has been made to make any kind of decision. And that being said, he's going to be 100% devoted and into the connection when it's time for you to reunite. Okay, I'm going to stop that message and put that message there. Ooh, that was intense, you guys. That was some intense messages coming through. I'm going to put that there. Okay, so that's what I got for some of you. Let me shake off that energy. That was some good energy coming through. Okay, so that's just a message that I wanted to give to some of you guys, to some of you some of you divine feminines. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start this reading. I see that I left my pendulum out here. I was getting a message to dial, so I don't know how that's going to come in. If that's going to come in, I may do a separate video, but I just wanted to, I see that I left my pendulum there to let me know to do that. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and start with your reading. Again, this is for the week of December 7th through the 14th of 2017 for those in the Twin Flame Collective. And in particular, excuse me, twin flames who are in separation from their partners. So what I can see here is, I can see for many of you there has been a separation from your twin flame, because I have here the, excuse me, I heard a bang. And I'm going to hope that everything's okay. I'm just going to hope that everything's okay. I have a mischievous cat and a mischievous dog. Okay. I'm going to move forward now. Just going to pray. So, let me say a little prayer. All right. And here comes my dog looking mischievous. I know you were doing something. I know you were. Okay, so I have here, this is the Tower card and the Key. The Tower and the House of the Key. What were you doing, little guy? So what I can see here is there has been a split from your divine mate. For many of you guys, there's been a split from your divine partner, from your divine mate, from your twin flame. So I have a lot of messages here. Also on the bottom of the deck here, I have the stairs. I believe it is in this deck. It's the stairs. So this being said, also, this is showing that you are, oh, wow. This is interesting. This is almost the same thing as what's on the bottom of the deck, which is very, very interesting. Okay, so it's similar. It's very similar. On the bottom of the deck, I have here, or on the bottom of this spread, I have here the Tower, and the Tower is going to represent the separation that you have from your divine partner. And then now on the bottom of the deck, I have the tree, which is speaking of your soulmate. I'm sorry, first on the bottom of the deck, hold on, let me back up. First on the bottom of the deck, I have here the stairs, which is separate, which is, again, this is a separation. So whereas the tower card is going to be isolation, and this is still separation. We have here, this is also a separation. I know you can't see that. I'm going to jump in the card around. Okay, so we have here a separation. And this is going to be from the key, and the house card. I'm sorry, the tree card is similar in that they're speaking of your twin flame. They're speaking of your divine mate. So for many of you, again, there's a separation. There's been a split. There's been some isolation from your divine partner, from your divine mate. Possibly because of some sneakiness. Or this can be saying, and I knew the cross card was coming soon, because I was like, it has to be coming, because this is speaking of divine partnerships. Or it can be that during this week, your divine partner is going to be sneaking over to you. There's some sneakiness going on. So there could have been some sneakiness going on, or this could be saying that this person's going to be sneaking over to you, or there's some sneaky, for many of you, there's some sneaky reconciliation. So somebody's coming over to your house to come see you. For others, there could be some of you, your divine mate could be sneaking off with a karmic partner. I'm not going to say that's for everybody, but I'm just saying that could be a possibility. So if you're seeing some red flags, if you're seeing this person's being sneaky, then it looks like for many of you, there could be your divine mate going off and sneaking off to go see a karmic partner one more time, or to go be with a karmic partner. I'm feeling like it's one more time, to see this person one more time, or to make sure that there is nothing there, something like that. Let's see what we got here going on the bottom of the deck. So okay, so we have maybe some reconciliation, some sneaking over. We have a spiritual connection here. We have a spiritual connection, or there can be some problems for some of you. For some of you, I'm seeing, okay, so for those of you who have reconciled, possibly, I'm seeing some of you have possibly reconciled, and there may be some burdens going on, especially at home, or you're doubting the stability of this, or it could be actually, so some of you may be doubting the stability, but some of you actually may be seeing the light after some problems, because I have, okay, if I'm going to put this in the right order, we have here, so I'm seeing happiness. So there may have been some doubts here about maybe some narcissism or something like that. And then I'm seeing, because I have here the clouds. I'll show you guys just what I'm going off of. All right. So this is what I'm going off of here. The star, the clouds, and if you can see this star card, this sun card is over here by these dark side of the clouds. Then we have the home that's over here on the light side of the clouds. So for many of you, this could be saying, and let's see, this then went into the cross. And then this went into the fox, which went into the clover here. So for some of you, it could be a situation, let's see, where there was some narcissism going on, or somebody was just acting out of their ego. However, now there's some stability coming through, and the stability is clearing the problems, clearing the burdens of the sneakiness. And there's a change of fortune here, I'm actually seeing in many of your relationships. There's a change of fortune. There is reconciliation. There is some opportunities. There's some second chances for, maybe you're feeling lonely. Oh my gosh, my dog just bought me a ball. You are so cute. There's some reconciliation. There's some second chances for many of you who felt like you were lonely. There's just some good opportunities and some good things coming up for you. Okay. I tried to bring out some different elements here. I have this seashell that I got. I have this wonderful, beautiful, I love this rose quartz stone that I have got, and a good friend of mine did Reiki over it. And then I have here another beautiful stone that I got from the ocean, but I wanted to represent earth in that. But I just got some really beautiful things here out in front of me. Okay, and I also have some incense going, so if you ever see me going like this and using this feather, I'm keeping this space very clear right now. Okay, so now to the cards. Okay, so again, what I have here in front of me, as I'm seeing from many of you, there has been a separation, there has been an isolation from your twin flame, from your soulmate. And it looks like there's going to be maybe a longer waited for visit, a longer waited for message. Up at the top here, I have the writer. Actually, this is the anchor in the house of the writer. The anchor in the house of the writer. So I have that. The cards that I pulled for you guys, for us rather, not you guys, but for us, I have the ship. This is in the house of the child. The letter, and this is in the house of the stars here. Cool. And then I have the man, and as soon as I can get this card up, the man is in the house of the garden. Okay, there we go. That seems to work. Okay, so the man in the house of the garden. So let me put these back together. Okay, so again, at the top of the deck, I have here maybe a longer waited for message, a longer waited for visit. I have something that is stable, faithful. The anchor card is a card of stability, the card of faithfulness. You know, it's like the card of waiting patiently, even though that's also the Lily's card, but this can be, you know, something you've been waiting for, something for a long time. There's a long time associated with this card. So this could be a long time lover as well. This could be a message from someone that you've known for a long time. This can be something coming from a visit from someone you've known for a long time. A visit or a message from someone you have been waiting for, someone you have known, someone, you know, that you have been associated with for a long time. Okay? So that's what I have here. So here I see that there is going to be some movement coming forward, some movement and communication with the man. So with this man, and this man is going to represent the divine masculine. So I have here so this can be a foreign lover for some of you. Some of you, this can be a foreign lover, so a lover of a different ethnicity, culture, ethnicity, anything like that. This can be moving forward in a new direction. So many of you are going to receive communications. Communications is the center card here. This is the focus card, this communication, this letter card. So this is speaking of, this can be communication. This can be communication, written communication, especially online. This can be, any kind of written communication. This can be through text message, this can be through email, this can be through social media, this can be any kind of written message, this can be through carrier pigeon, this can be through any kind of written message. Probably not carrier pigeon, but you never know. I don't know. And then I see this is going to be moving forward in a new direction. So maybe moving forward with a new type of romance. Something like that. Moving forward after learning. Moving forward in a new way after learning. But this is going to be moving forward in a new way. Moving forward in, it's, with spontaneity, with excitement. So moving forward with the man, right? With the gentleman, with the divine masculine. So again, this message can be online. This message, if this is, okay. So what I'm seeing here is this will likely be a message online for many of you if you receive a message this week. So again, this can be through a number of different ways. And this is, I have here the public card next to the stars, which is the garden. So this is under the male, signifying that this is more so speaking of the male. So this is saying that this is going to be of a male, the divine masculine, who possibly, okay, I'm seeing different things here. So one thing I'm seeing is, I'm kind of seeing the message that I was speaking of with the messages that I got last night, saying that some of the divine masculines are going back to karmic partners or being involved in karmic partners, because some of these divine masculines here, they are not wanting to settle down. They are wanting to meet other people, or they're wanting to be uninhibited and things like that. So some of these divine masculines may be sending a message. So maybe if you are already in, I know this is centered around those of you who are in separation, but this could be for some of you who are maybe in contact with your divine masculine. He may be sending a message or something like that, saying that he's or that he's doing something, off with a karmic partner, off with another person, with a third party. I'll just say with a third party. Okay, so for other divine feminines, this can just be that in the past he was not wanting to settle down. He was wanting to be promiscuous. And this could also be speaking of this this stairs card, this stairs card. I think it's maybe the stairs in this deck, because the stairs card, well, where this also, in this case, this is going to mimic down here. This basically was speaking of the same situation down here, but it's interesting how we got this card, how this card came out on the bottom, and it's also similar to the last card in this spread, in that these are two cards of people who like to be free, like to have their cake and eat it too, want to be non-committal, want to have many different partners. So for many of you, it could be that your divine masculine is just in this space right now. It could be that your divine masculine may be coming to you and moving forward with communication about him being with karmic partners, or him not being faithful, him maybe having rendezvous with the same sex even, because this is a card of being bisexual here. So, and this is a card of, free spirit and free love and everything. So it could be that your divine masculine had to go out and experience some things. So, which of course, no judgment, but he could be writing about that. So he could be communicating with you also. So one thing is, he could be off wanting to, needing to be with karmic partners. Another scenario is he could be coming to you and writing to you about his rendezvous and what he's been doing and everything that he's been up to over the last however long you have been separated. For some of you, I know it's been years. For some of you, it's just been a few months. For some of you, it's been a little over a month. So it's different. For some of you, it's been under a month. So it's been different for all of you. This is also a card, speaking of somebody who is, a social butterfly. This is somebody who's very popular. So these could be the characteristics of the divine masculine, saying that he's been in this space and he wants to communicate with the divine feminine. But I do see here communication being the theme. I do see here communication being the theme for the divine. I'm sorry for I'm saying for the divine masculine because his card is right here next to it. And I'm wondering if that's the card that came out the last time. I'm sorry, if the divine masculine came out in this position the last time. I feel like he did, but I'm not sure. And then I'm also seeing here, so it looks like there's going to be some traveling to some gatherings. So divine masculines could be coming through to visit some of you. So this is somewhat similar to my reading from last week. However, I do know that during the month of December, we are all on different timelines during this month. And these readings can skip timelines. These readings can jump timelines. Some of these readings, I can be going into my timeline. I can be going into others' timelines. So I guess take the messages for when and now the incense starts blowing at me. So I'm taking this as, when you're supposed to come across the messages, you're supposed to come across the messages. And it could be that the predictions are suited for you are your timeline. And then the romance angel cards that I'm going to pull, I'm sorry, it could be that maybe this timeline, what's going on is going to happen for you next week. And then what I'm going to pull for you right now for the romance angel guidance could be for this week. So this can play out in many different ways. That's what I'm getting to say to you guys. Okay. Alrighty. So that is what I have for you regarding the predictions, my lovely twin flames. So overall, this looks like good news. So it looks like it's going to be, again, some communication or some visits. I just want to say briefly, before I wrap this portion up, I have here the 2 cards of traveling. I have the 2 cards of traveling, which I have the Rider. And the Rider is a card of, again, travel. Well, this is a card of bringing messages. This is a card of visiting as well, visitors coming. And then I have here the Ship, and the Ship is also the card of, this is a car, right? The Ship is going to represent a car. The Ship is going to represent long distance travel. So especially for those of you who are living long distance, somebody may be traveling to communicate with you. So there can either be some traveling long distance, or there can be some online communication, because we have here traveling long distance for communication by this mail. We also have the letter card in the house of the stars, which is going to represent online communication. So these are different options. So it looks like, again, there's just more unions coming in. I know that's similar to the reading for last week, but I just know that there's more unions coming in. So that's actually really, really wonderful news. I hope everybody is staying safe, all those who are in California, because I actually don't mean to laugh. It's not funny. There's a state of emergency going on nearby, and all around me there are fires that are destroying people's homes. So I have said a prayer, and I will say more. I hope none of you are affected by this. And if you have any family in California, Southern California in particular, in the Los Angeles area, contact them and make sure that they are safe, and make sure that everything will. No, there have been no reported deaths, but make sure that everything is okay with them, please. Okay, so I'm going to now go ahead here and thank you, by the way. I'm going to go ahead here and do some oracle guidance. I'm going to ask during the week of December 7th, well, not the week, but during the period of December 7th through the 11th of 2017, where will the divine masculine be and the divine feminine be in their union? Those who are in separation. So this is for so guides. Can you please tell me, oops. Guides, can you please tell me were those, for those twin flames in separation, what messages do you have for them for the divine masculine and the divine feminine? So where are they currently in their union? Where are they in their union? Where are twin flames in their union from the week of from the week of December 7th through the 11th of 2017? Okay. Interesting. I just stopped shuffling and on the top of the deck, flipped over, I kid you not, I did not touch these cards, flipped over is children. Your love life is being affected by children. So I'm just going to put this card to the side. So what I'm taking from this is during the week of December 7th through the 11th, it looks like you'll be affected in children in that maybe some of you think you may be pregnant and you may be realizing you're pregnant. Some of you may be healing childhood wounds. Maybe some of you may be speaking about having children. Maybe your actual children are affecting the relationship somehow in a positive way. But there's something going on with the children. There's a theme going on around children. And on the bottom of the deck here, I have passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So there's a lot of passion going on during this week. That's very, very beautiful, you guys. Okay, so I'm going to do here the divine masculine, the divine feminine during the week of December 7th through the 11th. So divine masculine in love, divine feminine in love, divine masculine and his energy toward the connection and the union, divine feminine and her energy toward the union, the divine masculine and his energy toward the divine feminine. Is a divine feminine and her energy toward the divine masculine. Okay, so here's the divine masculine is head space, heart space, divine feminine or head space, heart space, divine masculine's actions and the result, divine feminine and her actions and the result. Okay, so I'm going to, let's see. Flirt. Calling in your soulmate. You deserve love. Oh, reconciliation. That's beautiful. All right. Deception. Let go of control issues. Getting to know each other. Make the effort. Since I don't have a lot of space, I'm going to put the divine feminine's cards to the side and come back to those. I like this reading, you guys. So I just made it all nice and then I'm going to mess it up when I show it to you guys. Okay, so the cards that I got here. So this is the divine masculine right now, or during the week rather. It's in a flirtatious mood. Okay, so this is the divine masculine in love, in his loves. He is calling in his soulmate. This says, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Okay, whoops. So I have here the divine masculine and his energy around the connection. You deserve love. Beautiful. And in his energy around the divine feminine. Reconciliation. Very beautiful. Okay, so the divine masculine in his headspace. Deception. No surprise. Not to say it's a bad thing, but we're aware. Okay, so we have let go of control issues. Beautiful. This is exactly what we want to see here. Good job, divine masculines. And then we have here the divine masculine. That was the divine masculine in his heart space, by the way. His head space, his heart space. And now these are his actions. Getting to know one another. And this says, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. And then we have here, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And this is for the result. And I should actually pull an advice card. So let's see. What is the advice for the divine masculine for the week of December 7th through the 11th? What are the advice for the divine masculine and the divine feminine? What are the advice cards for the divine masculine and the divine feminine? Guys, please tell me. What are the advice cards? I'm sorry, advice cards for the divine masculine and divine feminine. Divine masculine's advice, divine feminine's advice. Interesting. Okay, unrequited love. So this is the advice for the divine masculine. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. All right, so don't be afraid, divine feminines. I heard what that means. Okay, so let me start off here because I know a lot of divine feminists may get nervous. This unrequited love card. So this is going to go back towards what I was saying before about the guidance that I got last night about the divine masculines being in a connection with someone else, whether it be a divine mate, a karmic partner, or whether this be with a family member, or this can even be a job, this can even be something. But I see here that the divine masculine has likely gone back to something, or actually did already go back to something. I feel as though this is something that has already taken place, that the divine masculine may have already done some, is already, this situation has already, by this time, this situation I feel will already be completed, and that will already know that there is unrequited love. Regarding maybe a job, regarding maybe a karmic partner, regarding maybe a family member, regarding a friend, regarding some type of situation. There's some unrequited love there. And the divine masculine is knowing this. Okay, but I'm also going to get clarifiers. So I'll just start with what I get here. So I see here for the divine masculine, so this is where his energy is. So he's in a flirtatious mood right now. So during this week, the divine masculine is going to be again in a flirtatious mood. He's going to be extending his lighthearted energy. And I feel like he's going to be doing this with the divine feminine in particular because he's going to be healing. He's healed family issues. I have here healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So, being that the divine masculine has healed family issues, I feel as though he feels as if it is safe to flirt with the divine feminine during this time. So the divine feminine will no longer be a threat. He knows that she's safe. He knows that he can trust the divine feminine. I wonder if the trust card is going to come out, or I wonder if it already came out for the divine feminine. So he knows that he can flirt with the divine feminine. So I feel as though that's the energy going on for the divine masculine. Calling in your soulmate. Pay attention to the red flags. Okay, so what I'm hearing here is I feel as though the divine masculine, he is looking at the divine feminine. He's ready to connect with the divine feminine, but he may be afraid of the divine feminine in some kind of way because of possibly the way you guys ended, because I know that many divine feminines were not very happy at the way the relationship ended. And for many of you, it may have ended with a loud uproar. You know, the divine feminine may have gone about it in a way where she tore some stuff up. You know, that's just what I'm wanting to say. Whether that mean verbally, physically, in some kind of way, she tore some stuff up. And you know, because the divine feminine was very hurt, the divine feminine was very upset. So I'm seeing here that the divine masculine may be paying attention to the red flags and kind of looking, taking a second look at the divine feminine and saying, okay, is it okay for me to trust this person? But what the divine masculine has to realize is the divine feminine is actually a very sweet and gentle creature. It is just that when you hurt her, you know, the divine feminine is not one. I feel like divine feminines are not one to be crossed, and they're not ones to be hurt. And when they are hurt and hurt in a, you know, when they're justifiably hurt, they will go out in a roar. I just got the message to say. So I feel like that applies for many of the divine feminines. And I'm just getting hot as I say that. So, and it's reminding me of, it's making me think of the anger of the divine feminines. I'm starting to get hot. So I'm thinking of, yeah, that's letting me know I'm on the right track. It's actually really warm. So this is telling me to say, you know, this is saying to the divine masculines, it's, you know, the divine feminine, your divine feminine was very hurt, was very angry, was very upset. And that is what's going to cause that large uproar. But, you know, the divine feminine is like that because she's in love, because she was in love, because she is in love, because she's madly, madly, madly in love, you know, and that's the way she's going to act, because the divine divine feminine is desperate for her, was at the time, I'm speaking of the past, was desperate to be with her divine masculine, loved her divine masculine. So she was going to do whatever it took to be with her divine masculine. She was going to be there, stand by her divine masculine. And to find out that the divine masculine wasn't doing the same was very hurtful for the divine feminine. And that is what caused a lot of the feelings of betrayal. I don't know where that message just came from, but that's a message that I just got to say out loud. Okay, let's see if this heat cools down. I feel like I'm starting to sweat, you guys. Okay, so then we have here, you deserve love. So this is, this again, this was the divine masculine in love. And then we have the divine masculine and his energy around the connection. He's starting to realize that he is lovable and that he does deserve to be loved, and he deserves to be loved by his divine feminine. Exactly. Past life relationship. You have known each other before. So, ooh, you guys. Okay. Past life relationship. You have known each other before. So this is speaking of the divine feminine. So he knows that he deserves love. He knows that the divine feminine deserves love. And he may know. Actually, he may know, you know, okay, I know that I did what I did, and that may be why the divine feminine acted in the way that she did. You know, she deserves love. I deserve love. Let's go ahead and give this another chance. And, you know, I can be willing to see beyond that. I feel like that's a message that some of the divine masculines are saying right now. Especially because here we have the reconciliation card. Someone from your past is returning to your life. So they want to reconcile, and that's their energy around the divine feminine. Their energy around the divine feminine is around reconciliation. So they want to reconcile. They want to reconcile with the divine feminine. And they want to give the relationship a chance. Look at this, you guys. Give the relationship a chance. So they want to give the relationship a chance. So that's really, really beautiful. They want to be with the divine feminine. They're working toward being the divine feminine. So working towards being with the divine feminine, rather. So whether they are coming forward, physically, whether they're coming forward by messages, whether they are preparing to come forward, because some divine masculines are coming forward, some divine masculines are taking a little bit more time, but everything is happening on the correct timeline. You want your divine masculine to come to you at the perfect time, at the time that is right. So, in the divine masculine's headspace, we have deception. So the divine masculine knows that there's some deception going on. That's something that, divine feminines and divine masculines know. We know, it's okay. And now there's a retreat. There's a retreat from that deception. So that's very, very beautiful. So it looks like the divine masculine is pulling back from that deception. I see there are 3 people here. And now there are 3 people in this card. In the deception card. And look at this retreat card. Look at the difference. Look at the difference in the people. He's retreating from this behavior. Why? Because he wants to go and be with his divine feminine. So that is very, very wonderful. And then we have here, let go of control issues by releasing your ex. So it could be that many divine masculines were seeking to keep some kind of control over their relationships. They were seeking to keep some kind of control over their love lives, or they just felt like maybe they needed to have that because maybe it made them feel powerful or something like that, but they felt the need to keep another party around. And they are starting to realize that actually this isn't really working for me, because this person may come with more problems for me. This situation may come with more problems for me. I feel like that's a message. That's what's going on with some of the divine masculines. Maybe not all, but with some of the divine masculines. They may be saying, okay, you know what, I felt like I'm going to keep this person to the side, or I feel like I'm going to keep this to the side, this person, this relationship, this thing, this addiction, this whatever this is, this whatever this is. I feel like I'm going to keep they want to keep this because it makes them feel like they have some type of control over their lives, and they can always be I feel like be bad, not be naughty, but be in control, and they always have this thing here. I'm feeling like a lot of men, and maybe even a porn addiction or something like that. But it's like I always have this here, and they may be even saying, okay, I'm gonna let go of that as a control issue. I'm gonna let go of control of that. I'm gonna release that. The X can be a person. The X can be anything, you guys. The X can be in a job. The X can be, again, an addiction to something online. The X can be a family member. The X can be anything, but they're letting go of control issues by letting go of this X. And this is also in their heart space. So again, it could be letting go of a person, but all this by releasing, guess what? Divine feminines, or whoever's watching, but mostly it's going to be divine feminines. But by opening their heart space, divine masculines are opening up a space for you to come in and for you to be in that space. It's like an old train can't come in before a new train can't come in before the old train leaves the station. So we had to get the old energy out. We had to get the old out in order for the new to come in. So we have with releasing and letting go. Look at that. That's 2 cards of letting go, 2 cards of emptying out the heart space. So by making room for you in the heart space, divine feminine, by letting go of old things, they are allowing, they're letting a space for you to come in. And that's also why I say, again, like in the beginning, if your divine masculine needs to go and do something right now, if your divine masculine is not connecting with you fast enough, he may be letting go of the old stuff. This is like one more, one more little thing, but you've gone through enough, divine feminine, so you can go through this, you can experience this, and you have the strength and you have the ability. And if you love your divine masculine and you're waiting for him, not waiting for him, but you're holding a space for him to come back, he's going to come back. Allow him to do this. Know what is fated will not be unfated. What is done cannot be undone. What is written in the stars, cannot be unwritten. What is fated cannot be unfated. So if this is your relationship, this is because, I'm getting chills as I say this is your divine partnership, because you guys are coming together, as you know, for a greater purpose. And that's not just going to be unwritten and undone because you have a little bit of doubt. That's not going to happen. So just keep moving forward. Or it's not going to happen because, maybe in your childhood, or you have friends around you, or somebody saying, if a man does this to you, and again, this can be the other way around, because this is just the energy of the divine masculine and divine feminine. But if somebody says, if somebody's taking too long, or somebody doesn't want you, if somebody wanted you, they would be with you, or something like that. That person saying that isn't enough to actually unwrite what's written in the stars, undo what's already been done in the Akashic records. So just know that everything is coming to you as the releasing and as the opening up of space happens. That is allowing space for you to come in, and that space has to be occupied by something, you guys. That space has to be occupied by something. It's going to be occupied by, guess what? The beautiful love of the divine feminine. Getting to know each other. So this is the action. The action is getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So I'm hearing two things. This can be as the divine masculine is revealing his innermost self to himself, meaning understanding what it is that he wants, understanding who it is that he wants. It's now, I see 1 o'clock here, so we have divine new beginnings happening. So yes, we have divine new beginnings, so starting again. So the divine masculine can be starting over and getting to know what it is that he really wants, what it is that he wants for himself. So he's understanding himself as well, what it is that he wants in his life, what it is that he wants in his love. What does he really want? Does he want to have these karmic relationships? Does he want to continue these karmic partnerships? Or does he want something different? And then he could be, again, reaching out to many divine feminines and now saying, he wants to get to know the divine feminine in a brand new way. Boom. Boom goes the dynamite, you guys. True love right here. This is the romance of a lifetime. So we have here getting to know each other, getting to know the true love. It's now 101. That's divine partnerships there. So we have you and, what is my little doggy doing over there? That crazy little guy. Case, come over here. Excuse me, guys. Just had to make sure he wasn't doing anything he shouldn't have been doing. Sneaky little thing. So we have here, your divine masculine wants to get to know you, his true love, during this week. So that is beautiful. So this is if he has come forward already, this can be him even wanting to. But I have here making the effort. This is the result. The result is making the effort. Great love is we're taking the steps you're guided to take. Let your friends help you. So he could be reaching out to the divine feminine during this week, trying to make this a co-creation of a beautiful relationship. This could be co-creating a relationship between you, your divine masculine, and spirit as well. And for those of you who are coming back into reunion, one thing that I would really like to say is, and I'm getting called to say this, is make sure, this is actually a channeled message that I received a while ago, Make sure that when you come together in love with your divine masculine, that you have a connection together with spirit and with the divine. Okay, don't let it just be between you guys, but make sure you include the divine. Make sure you include your higher powers. Make sure you include your guides. Make sure you include your ancestors. Make sure you include everybody that you can, all your higher guidance, your higher selves, all your higher wisdom, and make sure that the connection is strengthened and the bond is between all you guys, because twin flame relationships are not just, twin flame unions are not just regular relationships. They're not just karmic relationships. We have a divine purpose. So that is the reason why we get this beautiful, beautiful connection that not everyone, gets in each lifetime. So this is a blessing. So as this blessing, make sure that you nurture it by keeping a connection between you and your higher power at all times. And you know what? It's great to watch readings on YouTube as well. Watch those together with someone, but make sure it's a reader that you trust. Make sure it's a reader that's going to give you the right messages and who you can watch with your partner, and watch them on your own. Get messages, but make sure they're messages of someone that is a twin flame. Make sure that the reader is a twin flame and understands the twin flame journey and twin flame concepts, because not every reader does understand that, and some readers may just be acting out of hurt or pain, or speaking out of hurt or pain. So make sure that you are seeking higher guidance and guidance from others that will support your twin flame journey. So whether this be me or another person, just make sure that you seek higher guidance, because I'm getting, make sure that this your love in your relationship is a love that is filled and is a love that is directly connected to God and the angels and to our higher purpose. So again, make sure that that element is always in your relationship. Try not to come out of lower chakras and 3D issues when it comes to your partnership. You want to come out of the higher chakras. You want to make sure that your energy is open and that you are connected with your higher powers and with your angels and your guides. All right, so now I'm going to go again with the advice card here. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction and chemistry to keep this relationship going. Advice. There it is. Bam. Here you go, guys. Game day bucket go boom. Trust. Wasn't I saying that the trust card was going to come out for the divine masculine? Here it is. Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. So, divine masculines, the situation is calling for you to have faith. So, if you are in a situation where you are realizing, okay, there's two different ways that this can go. One, if you realize you're in a situation where you are back with a karmic partner, or there's a karmic partner calling you, or something like that is coming about, and you may have to trust that, it's okay to let this thing go. Letting this go is the right thing to do. You may have to be building up the trust within your partnership with your twin flame. Another thing is, for those divine masculines who are fearing that their divine feminine is not, for those of you who are fearing that their divine feminine is not interested, is no longer interested because you haven't spoken, and you may think, well, she's gorgeous, she's had all these people, all these suitors, or she's gorgeous, what would she want with me? Not just she's gorgeous, but she's my divine feminine, what would she want with me, or whatever it is. Trust that she's there, trust that she loves you, trust that she's waiting for you or holding a space for you, trust that she's going to welcome you with open arms, trust that you're going in the right way, trust that you're going in the right direction, trust this process. Okay, so if some of you need a sign from your friends, I know that's a card in here somewhere that I also see, a card from you. If you need a sign from your friends, did that come out? Reconciliation, you deserve love, calling you your soulmate, healing family issues. The card didn't come out, but if you need a sign from your friends that, or your guides, or anything that you're going in the right direction, you're going in the right direction. You're going in the right direction. So trust the direction that you're going in, divine masculine. Trust that you're doing the right thing. Trust that letting this person, letting this thing go, letting these family issues go, letting these childhood issues go. Trust that letting these things go are the right thing to do and are the right. Oh, here's a card I was thinking of. Let your friends help you. Ask and accept. It's right here in front of me. If it was a snake, it would have bit me. Right here in front of me. Ask and support. Ask for and accept support from others. Here's your support. Here's your friend helping you. Divine masculines. If you're a divine masculine, go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Because this is a relationship of a lifetime. And chances are your divine feminine has been waiting for you. And your divine feminine has been holding a space for you. Your divine feminine has been doing her thing, but she's grown a lot too, and she's learned a lot too, and she is a whole new person. Just as you are a new person, divine masculine, your twin is also a new person, and she's ready for you. So reconcile. You're on the right track. You're on the right track, divine masculine, because look at that. Reconcile and give your relationship a chance. Look at that. It's a divine masculine going back to the divine feminine, embracing her. Look at all these cards. Here we go. Look at this. Passion card. We have passion. We have true love. Do you need any more signs, divine masculine? Past life relationship. You deserve love. Flirt. Calling in your soulmate. Trust. Okay, trust. Calling in your soulmate. You deserve love. Past life relationship. True love. Passion. Give your relationship a chance. Reconciliation. Flirt. You know, do you need any other signs? Make the effort. Go ahead and make the effort. So, this reading ended up going a little longer than I expected. So, I'm going to do the divine feminine reading separately. So please also look out for that. This is a beautiful reading. Enjoy that honeymoon period. Enjoy the bliss of the holiday time together. This is a card on the bottom of the deck. So enjoy this time, you guys. Have a beautiful week, and I love you all so much. I'm so excited for you. I would love to know the updates. This has been a wild journey, and it has all been worthwhile, and we haven't even seen the beauty that's going to come from it, truly. So just stay in that good space, everybody. Stay in that good heart space, and know that you do deserve love, and your partner is coming for you, because why? It's safe for you to love. It's safe for you to love, and 2018 is an 11 year. It's a year for partnerships, year for karmic partnerships. So enjoy, okay? Enjoy this year. Enjoy the passion that you guys deserve. Thank you so much for watching this reading. If you would like to book a reading with me, you can visit my website at powerlifehypnosis.com. Also, I'm on the Instant Go app, INSTANTGO, Instant Go, for iPhone and iPad. You can ask me a question. I will respond within 24 hours. Thank you so much. I wish you the best of luck in all your journeys. Mwah. Bye, Twin Flames.